Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So, how do we get out the 9 to 5? This is a question I get a lot. How do I get out the 9 to 5? I'm working a job, I'm not too happy, and I want to be able to work from home, spend more time with my family, and so on and so forth. See, when it comes to how to get out of the 9 to 5, there are several things that we have to bear in mind, such as if you want to get out the 9 to 5, you have to understand you need to do things or you need to do something outside of that 9 to 5. And so, for example, sometimes people will say to me, oh, I want to do X, I want to do X, I want to do this, that, and the other, but can I do that around my 9 to 5? Right, so let's understand this. You want to get out of your 9 to 5, you don't want to be in your 9 to 5 job, but you're saying, can I do whatever this is outside of my 9 to 5? Now, this doesn't make sense. I tell you why. Because look, if you want to get out your 9 to 5, will you ever be able to get out of this job, out of this situation you're in, without actually making the effort? You're never going to be able to get out of a situation unless you make the effort, unless you basically work towards what you want to get to. And so, for example, the biggest question I get, by the way, about the recruitment course which I have, the biggest question is, can I do this alongside my 9 to 5? Now, by the way, this isn't about the course. There's nothing to do with the course, but just understand the mentality. How will you ever get out of the 9 to 5 if you're not wanting to make time around doing something to get you out of the 9 to 5? And look, nothing. You have to be obsessed with something. You have to really want it, really desire it to get out, to really find another route. And if you're not finding another route, if you're not making the effort, if you're not making things work, then it's very difficult. And so you have to come up with a plan. You have to come up with an idea of how am I really going to go about it. For example, working in the evenings. For example, working on your lunch breaks. You get an hour lunch, make it half an hour, and work on your hustles for half an hour. It's about being that obsessed that you make work, basically, you make your work around your hustles and business and not the other way around. Because currently, what is happening is people are working their 9 to 5s and wanting to do their hustles around the 9 to 5s. And fair enough, that might be most of your time, but the point is, your focus is completely on the 9 to 5, and your focus should be completely on your side hustles and your businesses, because that's what you want. You don't want to be in the 9 to 5. You want to be working in your businesses and your side hustles and staying at home with your family, for example. If that's what you want, then your focus in terms of mentality, in terms of exactly what you want, in terms of your passion and obsession should be towards your business, should be towards your way out. Because look now, if you're completely focused on your 9 to 5 and you're like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to do 10-15 minutes in the lunch break and in the evening, and then you say, why is this not working? Why? Because you're not obsessed with it. You're not, waking up an hour early to just work on your side hustle to then be able to, make something of it, then do half an hour lunch, and, then in the evenings, afternoons, you're rushing home because you want to work on your hustles. The point is, my brothers and sisters, if you really want to get out the 9 to 5, you have to change your mindset. Mindset is super important. You have to get out the mindset of, you know what, I'm done with this 9 to 5 and I really need to start focusing on it. Now, what are some of the things that you can start doing? I have to be honest, there are loads and loads of business ideas. I have continuously made videos on 10 business ideas, 5 business ideas, passive income ideas, many business ideas. You can see all of my videos in terms of those ideas. I will continue to do that. Make sure you subscribe and like, do what you gotta do. But the point being is, work in the evenings, work on the weekends, work on your lunch breaks. Take days off to work on your hustles. Take days off to work on your business, because that's what you want. For example, people take, days off to go on holiday. All right, amazing, right? Now, if you're obsessed, right? If you really want to work hard towards your goals and your business and your side hustles and you want a way out, explain to me how it makes sense to take 2 weeks off, sit at home and do nothing, or take 2 weeks off and go into Turkey and spend 2 weeks there. Now, I'm not against a holiday. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is your focus is wrong. You don't want it as much. So you have to change your mindset and tell yourself, you know what? I really want out. I really want to start something for myself. I have to make time. I have to work around it. And now something a bit more practical you could do Of course, spend time in the evenings and on the weekends working on your business, but something a bit more practical is today's Sunday. I want you guys to really write down the things you don't like about your jobs, about the 9 to 5, about why you want out. And this is for those that want out, but why do you want out? Because a lot of the times we're not happy about certain things and we don't even sort of address, or sometimes we don't even think about what we're not happy about, which is crazy. We don't even think about the things we're not happy about. For example, you don't like your manager. For example, you don't like the fact that Friday prayers, Jummah is hard and it's very rushed. You don't like the fact that you have to rush your prayers. For example, the point though being is, remind yourself. Write it down, remind yourself, tell yourself, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. Because only when you do that will you think, wow, I really don't like it. And then the opposite. Do tell yourself, I like this, I want to start a business because I'm going to spend more time with my family. I want to start a business so I can, focus more on my business. I want to spend more time on that stuff. And when you do that, you can sort of understand and comprehend why this is so very important. You know what I mean? So what I will say, my brothers and sisters, it's about understanding why you want to leave your 9 to 5 job, working towards it and fixing your mindset and telling yourself, man, I really need to do this. If you don't do it now, look, you're going to delay it. You will convince yourself that, oh no, I'll do it over the next year, over the next 6 months, over the next 2-3 years. But you know what the truth is? If you don't start working towards your goals now, it's very hard to work on your goals a year later or 2 years later. If you have a little bit of a spark right now, then work towards it. If you have a spark right now, then use it, like work towards it. And well, look, by the way, this isn't part of it, but just to let you guys know, I have got the recruitment course on a 20% discount for the next 48 hours. If you're interested in the course, I suggest right now is probably a good time to buy. So I will leave the link in the description below. Keep in your du'as. Inshallah, I'll continue to make good content for you guys. Next week, I've got some good, interesting videos. So subscribe up, like this video. Barakallah feek. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.